This is a video this morning with my computer, and what I'm doing this morning, if I can bring this over here so it shows up, there's not much light, but as you can see, this is called about the book of Revelation by Dake. Revelation expounded, essential mysteries simplified. Now, I have many Dake Bibles, and this in particular is interesting because what he does in here is to make remarks as you might expect in the Bible. What he tends to do is also, when he makes remarks, as usual in his Bibles, he will have a lot of cross-references that you can see in there when he's talking about a certain part of the Bible. So you will, and I've even underlined some things on purpose, but you can see that there. And also, if we keep going through here in some pages, you will also notice here under this page, notice all that and all the cross references as usual, but you see a name here. Now, where does that name come from and what does it mean? What that comes from is this book written by a man called Leon Bible. It's an interesting name. But what he's done with this, he has got, contains 274 sources of the 1,142 locations of this citations found within the Dake writings. Now, within the Dake writings means all of his writings. That means this. That means his Bible. That means his book on the meanings of God's plan for man and so forth. So what this has inside of it is the sources, for example, that Dake used from his huge library. For example, language resources you see right there, for example, and all the places you can find it and what books they are in. But another thing, though, that's particularly interesting in here is a man named Bullinger who wrote a huge Bible called the Companion Bible. It's gigantic. And you can see I've marked Bullinger's name right there on purpose because Bullinger was such a huge influence on Dake's huge Bible. The commentary about it is just huge. But there's a great influence of Dake on a lot of what he wrote. So you will see here first about Dake, and then when you go to the next page, you will find all of the things from Dake, from Bullinger, that go into the Dake Bible. And you can see all of those there, which includes the Bible, the Companion Bible that he wrote, then figures of speech used in the Bible, numbers in Scripture, the witness of the stars, and then of course you have many others like Frank Clark and his commentary, in Dake's annotated reference Bible, where most of them are, but some of them are not. But that's why it's very important to have this, because when you find something in one of these books, you will notice that it gives that as a resource, but sometimes it doesn't. So that's why I have in here added that to it so we know exactly where it came from. And in this very long book, you will also find some other notifications. For example, right here. So all I have to do when I see that right here is go back in here and find that name and see what it's about. But some of the books have it specifically marked as to who it comes from, like his companion Bible is Dake's Bible is in there also. So this is perhaps, of all the books written on the book of Revelation, which I have several, Dake did this when he was in his 20s. And he was a remarkable man in the sense that when he became a Christian and read the Bible, it went into his mind as if it was memorized. So when he talked to people about the Bible, he could actually speak about the Bible without a Bible in front of him at all and know exactly where the scripture came from and just what it said. So when he wrote his Bible, he was that way as well. He was very good at that, but he had many resources, as you find from here, because he had a huge library, and that made a big difference. But if one does or does not agree completely with his theological stance, the one thing about Dake's annotated reference Bible, there is no Bible that has as many references and notes in it as that Bible. For example, most Bibles begin explaining that book before you read it. But what Dake does, he explains what it means after you read it. Because once a book is done, then he will have notes all the way through about many, many passages. And he's very good at giving the meaning of the original Hebrew, Aramaic, or Greek names, for example, in the New Testament, and give what they mean and all over the place. And the references are endless, and the notes are endless. So, again, I recommend the Dake Bible and others. And this one on Revelation, I have read from many others. They consider this one of the best books on understanding what the book of Revelation means.